All right, let's see if we can get this this party started. It's not a party, it's a hangout. There we go. Hello, and welcome to the monthly hangout for November of 2021. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the volume is okay. Hopefully the visuals are okay. Hopefully everything's fine. If my audio sounds a bit different than it usually does, that's because my microphone broke not too recently, and I'm in terms of good timing, I'm waiting for a new microphone. Bad news, it's not going to be here for a few months, so we're stuck with my old microphone. Hi everyone, and welcome to the monthly end of the month hangout, where we hang out. We just do some shit. We don't do anything. We just hang out. No expectations. We just vibe for a little bit, for an hour roughly. If you're new to this format, if you're new to my channel or my content or these streams, the way it works is, well, there is no real structured way it works, but generally the way it works is we hang out for about an hour. I typically try to reflect on the month that has been, which is November, and I talk a little bit about the month that's coming up, which would be December. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. Other than that, you can go hog wild. You can ask me questions in chat. I'll try to hang out and answer as many as I can if I can. Yeah, that's basically the format. I hope you're having a good Sunday evening, because I am. I've been spending the last 3 days working to finish my video, which is not done yet. But that's okay, because it's gonna be out. It's gonna be out tomorrow for some patrons, and it's gonna be out as a work in progress thing. And I'm almost done with it. And it's gonna be out on Tuesday, so I still have tomorrow and parts of Tuesday to finish the video. But on that, speaking about the month that has just some quick channel news, I guess. My next video is scheduled to be out on Tuesday. Which is the last day of the month. However, we'll see about that. I'm currently waiting on getting feedback on a very important thing that I can't really release the video without. And typically I would have that information like a month in advance. For some reason I haven't gotten that information yet. So. And I've been pestering back and forth, and then Thanksgiving happened on Thursday. So if I get that information on Monday, should be fine. We can publish on Tuesday, should be no problem. If I don't get that information on Monday, I will develop anxiety. Is what will happen, first of all. And second of all is I might have to push the release like a day or so, just to get some like paperwork done, basically. But it shouldn't affect like the quality of the video or anything else like that. Hopefully, if everything goes well, and I really hope that it will, the video will be out on Tuesday with a premiere at 8 p.m. Because this is, I like this video that I have. I think it's good. It's a little different from what I've usually done in my life, but. On my channel, but I like to think that it's gonna be a good one. Like to think so. If I may be so bold. Still have to do a little bit of editing, but that's okay. But yes, what we do typically on this thing, on this stream, is we reflect on the month that has been. The month that has been fuck all. It's been November. I haven't done anything this month. Well, that's not true. I've been working a lot. But I haven't released anything this month. I haven't streamed that much either. I haven't really... yeah, because I've been busy working on this video. So not much to say. I've guested on a few podcasts. The podcast that I do with my good friend called Leech Fest. I've released an episode there, I think. But generally, I haven't really done that much this month, and I'm sorry for that. But also, the Hangout is happening before the video release. Typically, I want the Hangout to happen after the video release, but that almost never happens. Just because the Hangout typically happens. Didn't I release like 2 videos early November? I don't think I did. That was probably last month. Going to my own channel. Yeah, I released my psychiatry video mid-October, and then I did a short video about Team C's at the end of October. So it's been a little bit. But that's basically my situation. I haven't really done that much. I've been working. Starting next month, I'm gonna try to be a bit more regular with the streaming, but also it is gonna be the Christmas month, which I may as well jump into my reflections on the month that's coming up. And the month that's coming up is gonna be kind of interesting because it's Christmas. It's gonna be the holiday month, and I'm not gonna take December off. I am going to release a video in December. Let's see if I have a date for that. The 17th of December, if everything goes well, if everything goes according to plan, because I'm waiting on the same kind of paperwork, I will release my December video. So it's going to be a bit shorter now. Like, you've been waiting for like 5 weeks between this video. You waited like 6 weeks before that one. And now you only have to wait like 2.5. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, so I'm definitely making a video for December, so that's gonna be good. Although I am making it on the 17th and not on December 30th, and that is simply because I'm taking like the holidays off. That is like Christmas and New Year's, and a few days there. Streams accordingly will also be moved around a little bit to account for that, so I'm probably not going to have a lot of streams specifically around Christmas, just because I'm going to spend time with my family and people who are dear to me, because that is what I like to do during Christmas. Other things that are happening the month ahead. Well, I mean, the video's gonna come out on Tuesday. Video on the 17th, that is a Friday. Christmas is happening. I may have some sort of like Christmas special stream, but I doubt it, because odds are I'm gonna be at my parents' place, which means I would have to stream from my like shitty laptop, and I'm not gonna do that. Almost definitely I'm not going to do that. I realize that I don't really have a lot to say here, simply because I don't have a video to like go back on. I guess the Team C's video, but the Team C's video was really just like a, hey, clean the oceans, please. I don't really count that as a full video. I wanted to make that a full video, and that I can discuss a little bit about. I wanted to make that a full video essay about like humanities history with the ocean and like pollution. And you can see some elements in there because I talk about like the big stink and everything. But like literally like a week before, how do you call it? Like a week before I was scheduled to like record to release that video, which is typically when I start shooting. Like I shoot maybe for 1 or 2 days, and then I edit it up until release. I got like massively sick. I got such a cold, and you can hear in the video that I'm like talking with a stuffed nose because I was sick for like a week, and I was sick like early November too, like one of the worst colds in my entire life. I've never had to deal with a cold that bad, but thankfully, I am now better. I don't know what happened though, but now I'm better. And there was a part of me that really wanted to make that like a full video, but I really couldn't do that, and I didn't really have enough time between that video and my psychology video, my psychiatry videos rather. So that is what it be. Mediocre sequel to a 90s pinball game. Nice. How was your day? My day has been good, for lack of a better term. I have been working incessantly on editing this video. This video is currently looking to be 52 minutes long at time of streaming. That will probably be shorter by tomorrow though, because I'm also going to work a little bit tonight, and I'm going to work a bit tomorrow too. Because I work up until the final minute. I work on these videos, like trying to make them as good as I possibly can. And I really like this video. And I'm really happy with what I have so far. So far I have 5 minutes of the video, of this 50-minute video, is 100% complete, ready for release, done. Which is obviously not everything, but it is like it's like 10%, I think. Yeah. 5 minutes is 10% of 50 minutes, right? I think so. But that tomorrow, all I have to do is basically I'm going to review my video and I'm going to like edit it. So I'm really happy about that. I'm feeling good. Is ordering microphones as much of a pain as ordering the other hardware stuff? Well, actually, I'm not sure if I can talk about this, so I'm not gonna mention details. But I'm not ordering a microphone. I probably can't mention that yet. But leave it at I'm going to have a microphone. Much like much of my other equipment and other hardware, I don't have to buy it actually. They don't tell you this about becoming a YouTuber, but when you reach a certain level, they just give you free shit. If you get really, really lucky, which I have, which I'm very thankful for. And that keyboard do be sounding satisfying though. It's a very nice keyboard. If you're disappointed with the content of the Hangout, this is what it's about. But this is my keyboard. I want to show it off. Look at that. The colors change too, because I'm a #gamer. A video a month seems like a tall order, pun intended. It's amazing you keep up with it. Thank you! I thank you for noticing. It is incredibly hard to keep up with it. I think a significant portion of why I am able to keep up with making a video every month, roughly. I think I'm one behind this year, at most, I think. But the only reason why I'm able to keep up with it is like massive guilt. Because I feel that, you know, I have a Patreon, and it charges every month. The least I can do is provide a video every single month. To like, if I don't do that, I feel shitty. I feel like I'm not providing enough. And you know, I want to give the people who support me the content that they deserve. But then, you know, if every single time I'm like, oh, I have to delay my video like a week or two because I'm moving or whatever, no one has ever given me shit about it. Like, no one's ever actually complaining, because I have an amazing fan base. Thank you so much. You're so great and lovely to me. And you know, I look at other YouTubers whom do video essays like I do, and like no one does a video every month. Like many people who make like long form video essays like I do, many times they go like 3 months without making a new video, and it's no problem. Like no one complains about that. But I need that structure to make a video every single month, and I also feel like it also helps me with what's it called? It helps me improve, I think. Like you can say something about being a perfectionist, but if I wanted to like make my videos absolutely perfect, they would take like 6 months to do. And maybe I could reach a point where that would be worth to do. But right now, you know, YouTube is also my job, and I feel like I need to release something every single month so that I can you know, partially get paid by like YouTube ads, so I can get sponsorships. That's also a big part of it. So I can pay rent and things of that nature. Like all of those things combined too. But if I eventually reach a point where I can very casually just like not have sponsorships, then I would like to take like a longer time between videos just to make them shine. But a lot of YouTubers who also take like a really long time between videos, they also have like massive fan bases where that's sort of expected, and that's not something that I can do. Provider of stink. Listen, it is provider of stink. Anyone who's lived next to the ocean knows how stinky the ocean is. It smells. No, like the monthly schedule is something that I'm very happy with, and not something that I'm really looking to change. And if I ever got to a point where I managed to, where I don't need sponsors, what I would do then is I would probably make 2 videos at the same time. I would probably I would start making like a regular monthly video, and then on the side I would like make another video that would take like 6 months to make, and then I would release that at the end of that. Because there's also just a part of like me wanting to, I don't want to be forgotten. How about that? I don't want to be forgotten on the internet. And there's a part of me that feels like if I'm not actively like out there, you know, people will forget about me and it'll fade. Which in my career is like end of career. Wrecked by drills in Corona. I probably have had Corona at some point in my life, but not drills. No. How long will your next video? My next video be actually? Well, the next video that's coming out on Tuesday is probably going to be around, I'm going to guess 45 minutes, maybe a bit longer than 45 minutes, depending on how much I cut tomorrow. I do have a little bit to cut. But I do also have some stuff to add, so you know, you never know. The one after that is probably gonna be a bit shorter, like a holiday special video. Yeah, which is probably gonna that's probably gonna be a bit shorter than typical. But I guess I can't make short videos anymore, or something that I've realized. So like even my short videos are at least like 5 minutes long, but I definitely want to make something. But I also want to make something that is a full Mia Mulder video. Like the Team C's video, for example, or the April Fool's video, those aren't like full video essays. Those are just like, hey, look at this, which some people appreciate, but it doesn't get like the same views, the same sort of like spice that like a full video gets, and that's what I want. Even if it's gonna be a bit shorter. Mr. YouTube sending me a signed mic. What type of keyboard is that? This is a Swive RGB. Something is foul off my desk. This is a Swive RGB keyboard with red switches. Like for a beige keyboard. Oh, that would be great. I don't think I'm the only Patreon supporter who thinks it's okay to take it easy too and not toil all the time. Yeah, like, and I've never experienced anyone complaining about not making enough videos, like ever. Like there will always be some person who is like unhappy with Patreon rewards, but you know, I don't charge up front on my Patreon, so if people sign up, they stick around for like a month, they don't like it, they can leave before I ever charge. So I like to think, because I don't charge up front, people don't have a right to complain about that. Because you can join my Patreon, get all of the rewards, and then just fucking leave. Don't do that. I need the money to get paid and to pay rent. But you know, I'm just saying it's a thing you could do. Structure's nice, yeah. Who am I to judge? We don't need you on the Harris Bomber guy schedule. Harry works in mysterious ways. I need to learn from him, I feel like. Because he also works on like multiple videos at the same time, which is something that I definitely want to do. Actually, talking about the month that's coming up, I have I'm going to, while working on my next video and while working on like YouTube as it is, like some of you may have noticed that like I've dipped my toe into podcasting with Leechfest, which I don't typically talk about here too much because this is YouTube, it's a different thing. But I'm going to maybe do like a very low effort world building podcast. I don't even know if that's a thing. So we'll see if we'll see if that's something that I might do. That's something that I might experiment with after I finish this video. I don't want to see it as like I want to try it as a palate cleanser of work, where I can I can do a bit of work, but it's different work from YouTube work. And I want to see if that's something that I could get into. But also the thing that I think is most important that might actually affect YouTube is I'm going to try, over the near future, starting next month, I'm going to try to make some sort of short film. Because I want to, and this is something that would take like 6 months to make. Not something that's going to come out on a regular schedule, and maybe not something that I'll even publish on YouTube, but we'll see. Because I want to sort of like dip my toes in professional filmmaking, slightly. And I want to at least try doing something like that. I want to do something that I could potentially submit to like a very like indie film festival thing. And I want to see if that's something that I can do, because I have the equipment to do it. I don't really have the skills, but that's something that I hope I'll pick up. And the hope here is that like working outside of my comfort zone and like trying to make something that I've never really tried to make before is something that's going to give me skills that will eventually like benefit me on YouTube. Because I want to, like, I have some sort of highfalutin dream of like, I keep making YouTube videos, but I would like, if I ever become like massively successful here, to the point where I can like invest in production companies, like a lot of YouTubers do, like they get production companies for themselves, and that's something that I would like to do. But I would like to do that not just for my own YouTube videos. Like I would want to make like short films or web series or things of that nature. Do people even do web series anymore? Like I remember YouTube was like chock full of those like a few years ago, and I've had some sort of dream about like making having a low budget sci-fi adventure thing that I'm probably gonna dig into eventually. That's something that I might look into. That's not gonna be the short film thing, but I have a long-term like dream of potentially doing something like that if I ever get super successful on YouTube, and I think that could be fun. So the first step on that thing is is maybe making a short film and learning some skills in the process of that. So that might be coming out sometime in spring. But I'm going to start looking into that next month. Do I do bullet journaling? No, I don't do that. Well, I kind of do that. I do that for videos. I don't do that for anything else. How do I manage my time? Poorly. But what I try to do is I try to do an 8-hour workday, or like 6 to 8 hour workday every work day, on average, which is hard for me to calculate. So what I do is, here's what I do. Right, these streams that I do in my evening, because it's 8:30 p.m. here for me, that counts as like an hour of work, probably a little bit more because I have to set up the stream and everything. Streams that I do on Twitch also count for that, and then I just count like the time that I do for editing, and you know, before a video, like right before a video, like I'm releasing my next video on Tuesday, I am working much harder than I do the rest of the month, just because I have to get things done in time, and there's always things to do right before release. So there's usually like a more heavy workload at the end of the month than at the beginning. But I want it to like average out between 6 and 8 hours every work day, not counting weekends. And that means that I can work weekends if I want to, but it also means that I can take like work days off if I want to as well. And so far, that's been working pretty okay. I'm trying to be working on being a little bit more productive for my own sake, so that I can be better at like taking time off of work. So I did a working stream not too long ago where I wrote the script. I wrote a significant part of the script for my upcoming video, like on stream. And I think that could be something that I probably want to do again in the future, because that's just fun. That's just fun vibes. "45 minutes is a good amount." 45 minutes is a pretty significant chunk of time. But you know, a lot of my more recent videos that are that length have been very successful, so I hope that people like it. What is my most popular video? You know, like Transsexuals and Suffering is 45 minutes long. Why Do People Join the Military is an hour and 7 minutes long. Which is wild. Yeah, like all of my most popular videos are at least 40 minutes long. So I like to think length isn't an obstacle for me, but that's just because YouTube also promotes long videos now. "35 to 40 hour work week? I guess so. But like a good balance about working from home, like I do and a lot of YouTubers do, is that if I wake up in the morning and I'm like, no, I'm depressed, I can't do this, I can't do that today, then I have the opportunity to just like not work. Like I can sit in front of the TV and watch Stargate all day, and I can do that for several days in a row if I want to. But eventually I do need to make content, both for work, but also because I want to. I want to, I want to get my voice out there, so that's fun. My longer videos are less popular than the shorter bits I do. I have no, like, I honestly don't know how YouTube works anymore. I think it depends significantly on the type of demographic that you end up with. Lots of YouTubers have just disappeared for a month or years, and they just drop a banger and it's like they never left. I didn't dare not charge people up front. I don't dare to charge people up front because I would worry that I would disappoint people. World building with Mia. Oh, world building. The world building seems to be a nice thing that people are into. So that might be something that I do. Because I like world building. I don't necessarily like stories because I don't know how to make stories, but I like world building. CDP Grey constrained themselves to 3 active projects to actually finish anything. That's fair. That is very fair. I have 10 toes, it's true. How would you make such a web series though? Like on your own or with other actors and stuff? Probably with other actors. But thankfully I do live in Stockholm, which has a very like vibrant theater community. And I still know a lot of actors from like back when I did theater, like stage theater. And I also went to drama school for like a year after getting my history degree. And I know a lot of people there who would want to like get back into acting. So that's something that I would probably like explore from that on. Have I ever dabbled into animation? I have not. No, that's not true. I have, but I wasn't good at it. I can't draw for shit. I can draw maps. I can draw cities. I can't draw like anything artistic. Unfortunately. Fellow European. Love your assist. Thank you so much. I mean, okay, I should also mention that like a 40-hour work week, 35 to 40-hour work week is like the ideal. I'm probably also a bit too generous with myself on how I count my work time, because a lot of days I will sit down at my computer, start to write a script, and then slowly, like my eyes will drift over to my second monitor where I probably have like Stargate running, and then slowly I'm noticing how my primary monitor is no longer my script screen, but it's instead Crusader Kings 3. And then I do that for like a day. And then I like go back and I write a little bit, and then I play a little bit, and I write a little bit, and I play a little bit. And then I count all of that as work time. So like, if I do have a full work day, I also have like the most chill boss in the world. I'll split them into chunks each day. Yeah, that's basically a good way to do it. Listen to it while working, and the fellow goes back to the office, but only with coworkers I like. Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to do that again. I want to do some that because I felt really good then. That was a good time. A good stream. It was also just fun. Not working today. What are some of your YouTube viewer stats? Don't they give an age, country, gender breakdown? They do, and I recently actually had a talk with a analytics analyst, like a professional person whose job it is to look into YouTube analytics, and they told me I'm doing great. They gave me a lot of good tips actually. I'm not going to say anything about that, but like I feel like I came away from the meeting with that person, and they told me this like, yeah, you're doing great. You're no tips, no notes. They basically told me this like, you should probably use the same profile picture on like Twitter and YouTube so people know it's you. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty smart. I should probably do that. So I'm in the process of like getting new profile pictures for everything now. No, but I'm doing pretty well. I do have a breakdown. I'm not going to share them with you. Because sometimes people do weird things when they know your analytics, so I'm not gonna do that. It's one of those weird things that like I never understood why YouTubers were like skittish with sharing any type of information, and now that I'm doing YouTube, I'm like, I get it. It's weird how you like learn things from when you suddenly you're in the creator seat. But no, I do. Like and the main takeaway that I got is that like I have a significant female audience. A lot of YouTubers have like YouTube in general is a very like mostly men watch YouTube. That's just how YouTube works. But most YouTubers have like a I think 80-20 split ish of like 80% men, 20% women. I have significantly higher like a more equal ratio. So my YouTube channel is feminist. My YouTube channel is gender equal and gender neutral. Which came as a surprise, because like even a lot of even a lot of female YouTubers are weird. I don't know much of my other things. I know my primary audience is American, and then German. German, British, American, British, German, Australian, I think. Canadian, like a lot, like English-speaking regions and densely populated regions. Those are my top viewers. And then like as like 1%, I think it's 1.2% of my audience is Swedish. Which is great, because I can go to like YouTuber events in Sweden and they will have no idea who I am. It's great. Cause like there are a lot of popular Swedish YouTubers, but like Sweden is such a much smaller like landscape for YouTubers. And it's really funny how like someone who has someone who is like significantly smaller than me in size will be well known to like most YouTubers in Sweden, because you don't need a lot of subscribers here to be like a big name, basically. I remember like one of the most famous trans people in Sweden, who people talked about like all the time. I think she still has, and I don't mean this to brag, but like at 1/20th ish of my audience, which is respectable. I'm not gonna like brag about like me having a big audience, but it's fun in the sense that like they know who she is because she speaks in Swedish, and no one knows who the fuck I am. And that's great, because that means I can have like an online fan base, and no one will know who I am here. If that holds up forever, that's great. It's not going to be forever true though. I have had many fans now, actually in the last couple of months, who have recognized me in person, and keep doing it. If you see me in person, like in Stockholm or whatever, give me a shout. It's cool as hell. That was a long rant. I completely forgot what I was talking about. There's only lore. Greetings from Russia. Thank you for greatly above average content. Thank you so much. I love Russia. I'd love to visit Russia one day. Have I ever played City Skylines? Yes, I have. I love City Skylines. I've modded it significantly, and I'm going to play it eventually on stream again, when it doesn't crash on me whenever Streamlabs opens up. How you counter work time? It's just how white collar works now. Dorfromantik? Yes, I love Dorfromantik. I'm going to stream that too eventually. Maybe next week. It's very good. It's very fun. I play Dorfromantik when my video is rendering, because when my computer is like rendering a video, the graphics card is just like screaming, because that's how video rendering works. So I can't play any game. I can barely watch any shows. But what I can do is I can play Dorfromantik. It's great. People go crazy about analytics. Their whole website's dedicated to ripping them apart. I have been very good this month about, speaking of reflecting on the month that it's been, I've been very good at not looking at analytics. Analytics give me so much anxiety and also envy of other YouTubers. Like I'll see other YouTubers who, like they'll have a very successful few months maybe, and like get like 40-50,000 subscribers in a week. It happens, weirdly enough. It's never happened to me, but it happens to other people, and I get so jealous. My sense of envy is killing me when that happens. But I've been very good recently about not looking at my analytics, not comparing myself to other YouTubers, not looking at the numbers, and I've been pretty happy with that. If I'm really lucky, I'll be able to reach 100,000 subscribers before my next birthday, but that's a huge if, and I don't think I'm gonna make that. Because I need like 20,000 subscribers in yeah, in like in 5 months. I don't think that's gonna happen. That demands I get at least, what is that, 4,000 a month. It's not gonna happen. Women watching me. How does YouTube classify non-binary people? YouTube doesn't. YouTube is really weird about this. I don't think they're included in the analytics. I have actually asked like people who work with analytics properly, and they don't really know. From what I can tell, they don't count them. They only count the viewers who have like a gender assigned, and if the gender is binary, as far as I can tell. It sucks, but we're working too hard. That's right. Now we're here. Now we're here. It's true. I've united all the Anglo-Saxon nations of the world. Who is this famous trans Swede? I don't know. I don't remember her name. I'm very sorry to say. I don't think she is the most popular anymore. Because another YouTuber came out as trans. And now I think she is the most popular one. Have I met Matthias Krantz? No, I haven't. Still gonna have a bazillion fan base. One base. I would like to keep that way. Eastman's is another friend I can to watch your videos. Nice. The cult is spreading. All I need is 4,000. Listen, if all of my subscribers just recommend my channel to 2 other people, and then those 2 people recommend my channel to 2 other people, eventually, the dividends will pay up. Latest combat up for Wiki 3, navies will be more important. I hope so. I'm really looking forward to Wiki 3. I'm very much excited about what like some details that they haven't really shown. Because everything sounds good on paper, but so did Imperator Rome. So I'm still a bit hesitant, but I think it's gonna be really good. From what I've seen so far. Thanks again for coming on my silly Evangelion podcast. My mom told me she was really disappointed in me when she saw the episode title. I'm so sorry. I hope it's okay that I came on and was very rude. I had a great time with the Evangelion podcast, by the way. I think I retweeted that about that. So if you want to listen to that, you should go back in my Twitter history somewhere. I had a blast. It's great. I hope it didn't ruin it too much. A lot of online polls don't count people who fill in the gender neutral options. Yeah, that often happens, unfortunately. Something that came up actually in response to my psychiatry video is that a lot of times, this is something that I didn't know, a lot of times psychiatrical evaluations and studies will have questions at the top regarding multiple things, right? And they won't count people who don't fit their focus group. Which is fair, that's fine. Like if they only want to study people who are between the ages of 20 and 25 or whatever, then everyone who's not that age should be excluded. But many times they do just exclude people who don't fit into the gender binary, and just exclude people like based on arbitrary reasons or like weird questions at the top, which varies from study to study, so that they can reduce the amount of variables involved. So there was one study that talked about addiction, And it didn't count poor people, because that was an external variable that wasn't interesting to them. And I wish I had known about that before I made a video, because that's amazing. Because it is a variable that's important, but they didn't want like money to be a factor to the study of addiction. So they just chose people who earned above a certain amount of money, which is wild to me. How you can just like choose to ignore that. I'm an LLM. Me, I'm Mulder marketing. My God, I'm realizing now that I'm streaming this that I'm actually like extraordinarily tired. I've been working since 8 a.m. today. It is now almost 9 p.m. So that's 12 hours roughly. Bro. And tomorrow's going to be even worse, because tomorrow I have to... Well, it's not going to be worse, but it's going to be a very intense day, because I have to... Because if you're a patron of a certain level of mine, you get to see a video early. It's not an early video, it's a work in progress video. So it's not done yet, but it's almost done. And that is like, that is my reward. And the reason why I do it like that, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, is because I have a pathological inability to finish a video before release date. There's a part of me that just like, if I have a video that's finished, why wouldn't I release it publicly? Like why would I only release it to patrons and wait like 2 days before releasing it publicly? Why would I wait with that? Why, if it's done, I can just release it. There's a part of me that doesn't comprehend that I can just sort of sit on it. Because if I just sit on it, there's a part of me that's just like, well, then I can make it better. I can keep doing shit to it. You know what I mean? Like I can keep improving it. On Wednesday when this video is released, well, I guess on Tuesday when it's released, I'm going to sleep so good. I'm gonna be so comfy. It sounds very similar to fleshig, which means meaty. Wonderful. Is that the word flitig and fläskig? Because in that case, it's very similar in Swedish. It's the same language. I mean, it's not, but it's very similar. What else is happening in the near future? I like that the Hangout has fallen apart. I'm so tired. On one hand, I'm very tired, and on the second hand, nothing has happened in the last month that like warrants a lot of discussion. Like I haven't released a video, I haven't had a special stream. It's been November. I made a vegan turkey dinner, and I ate it. I ate some leftovers today, and it was great. It was delicious. Had some seitan and mashed potatoes. It was fucking incredible. The Hangout is discussing meat. Sometimes you just gotta discuss meat for a bit. You know? Sometimes when life gets you down, you just gotta discuss meat for a little bit. Are there a Steam group for fellow gamers or something like that? I don't have a Me and Baldur Steam group. I think my Discord is open to even $1 patrons, or at least $3 patrons. So I think so. I have to double check. I am very professional. Know my own Patreon rewards. I am. Don't worry about it. Da 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 da. And I think, oh, it's $5 even. Shit. I need to change that. I'm sorry, I'm professional. Here's what you can do. You don't have specifically to join the Discord to get a gaming thing, but there are probably gamers there who do it. And if you do a gaming group, a Me and Baldur gaming gang, Me and Baldur gaming gang, have a good time. I technically have a subreddit that I started like 2.5 years ago because I thought that's what all the cool YouTubers did. So I guess I'd get a subreddit. I guess you could organize something there. Yeah. Turkey dinner. It's very good. I love turkey dinner. Do you prefer mashed potatoes with skin or without the skin? With the skin. The skin contains so much like minerals and vitamins. The skin contains so much like flavor, especially if you salt. Here's the trick, right? You salt them well with the skin on. You let it really like soak up that salt. Then you boil it. Then you mash it, and then those like the pieces of the skin become. They become like they're separate from the mash, but they're like nice little like balls of nice flavor. It's great. It's a bit really dead, sadly. Sad. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really do anything with it. If anyone wants if anyone wants to take over my subreddit, send me an email. And promise not to do something with it. I'll give you it because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to do anything with it. Send me an email. You can contact me on my about page on my main channel. There's an email there that you can just send a thing to, and I can offload that responsibility forever. Because I do not have the energy to do that. Have a good one. Have a good one. What recent games that took your attention? Sort of bad English. It's perfect English. Recent games that have grabbed my attention. Checking my Steam list so far. I've been playing the new Hearts of Iron expansion a little bit, No Step Back. I'm gonna stream that next week when my video's done. I've been playing a little bit of Workers and Resources Over Republic, also gonna stream that. I'm playing Crusader Kings 3 on my own, because it's fun. And I'm also doing a little bit of a replay of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, because I never played that as a kid, and I want to try it. So I'm playing like a heavily modded version, so that I can play on my modern computer and at a 16:9 resolution, because the game isn't built for that. And that'll be fun. I hear it's good, and especially since they're making a remake, but I don't trust the remake makers to make it good. So. I love eating skin. How are my plants doing? They're doing great. I have moved a plant from in here though, because this office doesn't get a lot of sunlight. So I had to move it out because it needs sunlight, otherwise it just dies. So I have moved it up, but they're great. They feature, not prominently, but they are part of my next video. They're there. Oh my goodness, it actually exists. I could mod. Listen, I can't take care of a subreddit like at all. I would have to give it away to someone and just give away all responsibility and say like, I'm not responsible for what happens on this subreddit, even though I founded it. Like, someone else can have it. And if it goes down, I don't know, canceling lane, or if it becomes a nice community hotspot, either way, I hope you have fun with it, because I don't understand how to mod things. Good morning from Australia. Good morning. Have I watched Arcane? I have not, because I don't get League of Legends, and there's a part of me that thinks like, if it's a League of Legends show, I feel like I need to at least understand League of Legends in order to watch the show. I heard there are gay people in it, so that's good. But also Riot Games is shit, so I don't know. It's not I don't think it's my cup of tea. Isn't a Heart of Iron expansion any good? I heard you can make trains now. You can make trains. I think it's great because they've changed how supply works for you Hearts of Iron gamers out there. And it feels honestly like wars work so much differently now in Hearts of Iron 4, for good and bad. It completely changes the game, and I think it's great. And like it's honestly, it's amazing actually. I don't think it's worth the cost. But it's $20. You can get a lot of things for $20. But if you have the money to spare and you really like Hearts of Iron, I think it's great. I have today during a break in work, I restored the Romanovs to the Russian Empire, and I'm gonna try to maybe get an achievement tomorrow while I'm taking a break tomorrow. Do I like resource management games? Oh, I love it. Have I played Disco Elysium? I love Disco Elysium. I am going to... we'll see how much energy I have for this, but there's a part of me that really, really wants to like play it on stream from beginning to end. I've already played it. I've already finished it. I know the twists and turns. But when I eventually finish a game on Twitch, which I never do, but if I ever do finish a game on Twitch, it is high up like my ranking, because there's a Twitch integration thing now I hear, where people can vote on the choices that they think you should make, and I think that sounds great, because because I already played my character, which ended up being like a social democratic sorry cop, who went around and he just wants everyone to get along, and that game fucking rules. It's one of the best games I've ever played. But I need to play it again because you can play it so many different ways. Watching Succession, I'm not. Okay, I'm kind of going over time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach the end of the chat. So if you have questions, dump them into chat and I will get to it. But once I catch up to it, I'm going to head out because I'm tired. And I need to do a little bit of work before I go to bed. It's 9 p.m. I'm going to do that. But I do also want to say thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for vibing. I know it's not a very eventful hangout this month. But we'll see how it is. Future things though that I want to talk about before I start catching up with chat is I'm going to probably in January, because right now I'm broke because tax season just happened and I just moved, both of which cost a lot of money, turns out. So I emptied my bank account basically, just like to pay everything off. I'm fine, by the way, don't worry. But you know, I'm broke. But when I'm not broke, I'm considering getting a PO box. So if you want to send me letters or something like that, I would like to potentially open those up here on the stream, like on a Hangout stream. That's gonna happen next year though, like in January. I think that could be pretty fun. Because I know other YouTubers have done that. They've eventually had to close them down for very good reason. But I would like to do it for like a bit. If it becomes a problem, I'll shut it down, and maybe it's not worth it. But I think that would be fun to do. It would also give me more content to do here. And I also like connecting with fans in a non-parasocial way. You don't know me, I'm not your friend. But in a way that's like, I do really like, okay, here's the thing, right? Even when I was a fan of YouTubers, because I was a fan of YouTubers, political YouTubers, long before I became one, even though it's very important to like keep this like distance between like professional YouTuber and life and like fan, like keep the barrier between like that you don't know me and I don't know you and all of that stuff. And like I'm not your friend, I can't be your psychiatrist, all of that stuff. That's very important. But when I was a fan, it's still nice to like be seen by a YouTuber. It's nice to like be noticed, and that's something that I want to give to other people as well, like in a healthy way. I don't necessarily think that always has to be a bad thing, and I think a PO box could be a good way to do that. I think it could be nice. All right, let's catch up to chat. You can make trains. You can make trains. You can make railroads. You can make train artillery, which I still have yet to do, but it's still fun. They changed combat, so special divisions are more useful now. Yes, they have. So again, they changed combat significantly. It's very fun. Did I miss a question? We need to clone Mia. Do you not like video game remakes specifically, or are you not sure about the specific developer of the remake? Both, kinda, honestly. I don't really like remakes in general. I often think that they don't capture the energy of the original as much. And I don't mind older graphics. Has a lot of these iconic Mia plants with long leaves. I have no idea what they're called because my mom calls them SED Palme, and apparently DDR politicians have them in their offices. Okay, I didn't know that. That's fun. I do think they're called spider plants. Yes. Yeah, like Geshen said. Are you gonna be on Transatlantic again? I missed the episode. I don't know. I would like to. I had a great time, but I'm not gonna ask to be invited. But if they want me on again, I would love to. I had a great time. Spooderplant. I'm gonna play a disco game once I'm done for the semester. Yeah, it's a deep game that you really need to sink into. If you keep posting, I stay forever. This is true, but I read quick. Stream made it better, thank you. I'm so glad. I hope you've had a good time. Johnson's and Mulder's manifesto when? I'm working on it. Heartwarming chill stream. That's what I hope for it to be all the time. I could set some cursed Dutch food. Listen, I would love some good stroopwafels, because the only place that sells them here is Starbucks, and Starbucks doesn't get it right. Why did my twin Abigail have to close hers down? Because people are assholes about it turns out, and a lot of people were assholes to my twin Abby. So you'd have to ask her for details, but she's talked about it significantly before. But in short, basically, people are assholes and abuse the opportunity of a PO box to be assholes and to harass and to breach the trust that a PO box like infers, I guess. And if people do that to mine, I guess I'll have to close mine down too. But I like to think that I'm not too popular to the point where people would use it to harass me. I never really been the victim of a harassment campaign yet, so I'm looking. So there's a part of me that thinks I could get away with it. Favorite boat? That's a good question. I don't have a favorite boat. I do. No, that's not true. I like steam paddle boats, like river boats that have those like big paddle wheels. I love those. Box of Tristan, but December is an expensive month. December is an expensive month. Notice me, senpai. Parasocial relationship take away too much energy. I can barely take my dog. I don't understand how people get crazy. People can get wild. I've had a few instances where people get a little weird. We are her friends. Yeah, the people who come to my hangouts, you're my real friends. No, don't take that out of context. Boundaries are important, but like refusing to let yourself interact with fans because of fear of parallel relationship. Yes! This says it all! Yes! Boundaries are really important, but you should like there can be joy found in the connection between fan and creator, and I think that's fun. And if everyone, fans and creators, because creators and fans, because I think fans also have a responsibility here, right? It's not just creators. But if everyone respects it, it's great. Every single time that I've actually met a fan in real life has been a great time. I've never had a bad time like meeting a fan in real life. It's always been a blast. So you don't have to know the rest. Pics of kittens and dogs. Fuck yes. The subreddit increased by 3 followers. Nice. Sorry for the lack of good stroopwafels. Your name is Stroopwafel. That's incredible. Apple soup, not a thing in Germany. Yeah. Any thoughts about Jung? I read a lot of Jung for my psychiatry video and then didn't use any of him, so he's a scam and a charlatan. I hate him. I don't like him. That's also true, but also I think that he's very overrated. Basically, that most of the conversations where he is like mentioned, you can have those conversations without mentioning him. Like he just sort of attaches himself to many different conversations where he has interesting viewpoints, but you don't need him. Breaching boundary, draw a goose and send it. Fuck yes, I'm uncancelable. People have been trying. Occasionally, individuals have tried and they failed. Where are they now? No one knows. Steam paddle boat. Yes. Hopefully not in an annoying way. No one here has ever been annoying. I need people to understand too, like whenever I complain about like parasocial things, like the vast majority of people have been wonderful. The only, like I've had like 1 or 2 experiences in my entire YouTube career over 3 years where I've been like, this is making me uncomfortable. And those have been like one-time conversations. And those people, I don't want to say that they know who they are because you know it's not their fault. I hope that I also hope that they're having a good time. Sometimes you can just get carried away by talking to someone who you look up to a lot. So I'm not gonna blame anyone. But like even those individual scenarios weren't even that bad. If I'm completely honest. But no one here has been weird. Like freaking no one has been. Like I don't think I've seen anyone who's been like parasocially weird to me in like over a year at this point. Maybe a year and a half even. If you wrote the manifesto, what would you call it? The Mia Mulder manifesto. Alliteration, baby. Amazing, brilliant observations and drew most bad shit conclusions from them. Yes, exactly. They tried to cancel Mia. Tried and failed, tried and died, exactly. With the most oldest operational paddleboats in Devon. And that's end of chat. I reached it. I kept up because I'm quick. All right, it's 10 past. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. And then I have to go to bed because I'm very, very tired. But this has been a blast. This has been really fun. Thank you so much for hanging out. this has been all for streams this month. Yeah, next time you'll see me, well, I guess that'll be with Tristan tomorrow on the Monday Discourse. But on Tuesday, if I get the paperwork and everything like that done in time, you'll see my next video, which is about drinks. It'll be fun. I think it's gonna be a good one. Ade. All right. Final question. What's up? What's up with you?